Good morning and welcome to another episode of Somebody Did Something. Good morning, Mom.
Good morning.
Hey, Mom, I think somebody did something. I think somebody did a really big thing.
Yeah, what happened?
The Baltimore Bridge collapse. You know how I was like, it was probably an accident?
Right,
I think it wasn't.
right. I told you.
And let me tell you why.
Why?
Because we in the USA, in America, sue for anything and everything. And it's been about 2 weeks and we haven't heard anything. No lawsuits. Those 6 poor souls that passed away. Nothing. No lawyer for the families that they're going to sue anybody. And that is just fishy to me. Every time, like I say, it's more important to pay attention to what's not being said to what they're bombarding us with.
Exactly, but listen, Biden said, and I heard him, we are going to pay for everything. And somebody said, oh no, they're going to have lawsuits, blah, blah, blah. But I'm trying to say, when he says we're going to pay for everything, let's say you're one of those workers. You got family, you're poor, and they come to your house, listen, we're sorry this happened. We're going to give you $2 million. You think you're going to sue after they give you $2 million? No. They did that with 6 people. Let's put it that way. Maybe that's what happened. They gave everybody money and no one's doing anything because, like you say, somebody will be doing something. Lawyers would be behind them to do something. But if they go and tell them, look, you signed this, you're not going to sue. We're going to give you $2 million. So $3 million. They give money. They give so much money to everybody. Let's say $3 million. Those people will be happy as heck and forget about everything. Unless it comes out later and somebody else sues. But I think that's what happened. That's why he said, we're going to take care of everything. We're going to pay everything, blah, blah, blah. Nah, 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 nah. Who's going to pay for the bridge? We are. Why we? We didn't break it. That thing, whatever, barge company broke it, tore it down, hit it, whatever. But it was all done on purpose. It was done on purpose. It was a cyber attack to bring it down. That was a very important bridge, and everything's going to go down from here. Everything's going down.
Everything is going down. I mean, he did say we're going to pay for everything, and it's kind of scary because then I'm thinking, what exactly are we going to pay for? Because this happened like right after the attack that Russia did, right? Remember, not the attack that Russia did, the attack that was done on Russia.
Right.
And I'm thinking, if Russia made those mofos eat their own ears,
could have been.
If they find out that the United States was behind this attack, they're fucking gonna make us, oh, sorry, I'm gonna bleep that out. They're gonna make it eat our souls.
Well, listen, the head of Russia, whoever he is, he said it was the UK, the United States, and Ukraine. People say, oh, you can't believe anything Russia says. Well, yeah, you can believe what Russia says because you can't believe what we say. Because who broke the pipeline? Who went under the water and blew up the pipeline? It was the United States. What happened? Nothing. So maybe Russia said, listen, look what I could do for what you did. Because Russia hasn't done anything else. Has Russia done something else to show what they could do? I mean, to go after the people who did it?
No.
So maybe that was it. We only see 20% of what's happening. 80% is hidden behind closed doors or behind whatever that the public never gets to see. And don't forget, we only see what mainstream media shows you. Because that's it. People are living in La La Land. This is crazy. Just crazy.
I mean, that's kind of scary if you're well, yeah, that is kind of scary if Russia, because you're right, we haven't heard anything of what Russia is doing regarding what happened. But how about if Russia did find out what happened? Russia did this, and now Russia told the powers that be, listen, you mofos, we know it was you. Look what we did. And
Exactly.
stop
It could
messing
be
with
that.
us because it could be worse.
Right. Yeah. Could be that. Unless something else happens, somebody else does something. That's what I'm sticking to.
Interesting. Talking about somebody else doing something that is probably out of our control, unless we're living in a matrix. But that's another podcast because I do believe we're living in a matrix. April 8th, there's more closures of school closures and states telling people stay home, save money, and save food for at least 3 to 4 days. There's actually maps of the states that should be doing this. What do you think about that?
I heard that a while ago. I told you when they said schools are going to be closed somewhere. I said, what the heck? It never happened. And then I heard, oh, they've been planning for this eclipse for 2 years. I said, 2 years? We never heard anything until this last month.
Wow.
Nobody ever said anything. And they've been planning for 2 years? I'm anxious to get to that day. I'm glad I don't work. I'm going to be home and look up everything. My food. I'm not even going to look out the window. I have to look out the window anyway. I'm not looking out that window.
Don't look out the window.
They said that they're going to throw a chemical weapon. Be careful. Stay indoors. Exactly. Stay indoors. Lock your doors. Don't go outside. Why? Why are they scaring people? But another thing I heard this yesterday, as a matter of fact, that not only are they using the April 8th eclipse to scare people, they are going to do something else. But this has all to do with the election that's coming, because they want to scare people to stay home so they don't go out and vote for Trump.
Yeah, but Mom, this is April. The elections are
And they start early. They start early putting it into people's head. Oh, look, this is a virus. Don't go out. Look, this is going to happen. Blah, blah, blah. And not everybody. A lot of people get scared and they won't go out. They'd rather not vote at all than go out and get sick. You know? So I heard that too. No, but they're going to keep us putting little things out. The clip is one thing. Then they'll put something else and they'll say something else.
Well, listen to this. Okay. So NASA is throwing 3 rockets, not 1, not 2, but 3. I could go on to the symbolism of 3, but that's another podcast. 3 rockets up when the eclipse is at its maximum, right? Do you want to take a stab at the name of the program of this 3 rockets that they're throwing out there? The reason they're putting the rockets is to take pictures, to see what happens behind the scenes when it comes to science. You know, because back in like 1818 or whatever it was, what's his name? Einstein went to prove his theory of gravity and relativity, or whatever it was theory that he had. And he was able to see a star that was behind the sun. And that's when you remember those diagrams that you see that the time or gravity just warps.
Right.
Well, that's where that came from, because you're not supposed to see whatever's behind the sun, but he saw what was behind the sun, so that's how they see it. Whatever. The point is that they're throwing these 3 rockets, which is okay. I would be like, fine, you throw in these 3 rockets for science, go on, rock on. But Mom, guess what the name of the 3 rockets program that they're doing is?
I have no idea. What is it?
Serpent Deity.
Look at that. They couldn't come up with a better name. I'm telling you, but I also heard that there's like an asteroid coming down too.
Yes, yes. Hold
So
up.
what the heck's going on? They don't want to tell us.
So hold
It's
up.
scary.
So apparently, there is this comet
Yeah.
that is coming through around the same day, like 12 hours before or 12 hours later. I don't know, but it's gonna pass by, and certain people are gonna see it depending on where you're at. But guess
What
what the name of that stupid comet is?
is it?
The name of the comet is the Devil's Comet.
You see, who's putting all these names? I bet you they're all Democrats.
But wait, no, mom. The
And there's more? Oh,
wait,
Jesus! Jesus! Help us.
the Devil's Comet was named that years, centuries ago, or whatever it was, because it's been around. But the thing about this comet that apparently was passed by us in 1808 or something like that.
Right.
I don't remember what I read. I don't remember if it was right before or right after the Madrid fault line earthquake that occurred. You know what the Madrid fault line earthquake is?
No, go ahead.
It's an earthquake. There's a fault in, where is it located? Let me see where exactly it's located. But it's not over here. It's not California. Madrid. I think it's like Alabama, somewhere like that. Fault line location.
Well, that's what I was hearing, that this thing is going to change weather, it's going to change a
So,
whole bunch of stuff. This is crazy. This is not funny.
so it's like around Alabama, Mississippi, all that area. So if you're like a history buff, this is the earthquake that happened way back when in the 1800s that happened in the around Mississippi, and it was felt all the way to New York.
Look at that.
And the reason why, like when we have earthquakes in California, the reason we don't feel the ripple effects is because ripples, right? So
All the energy.
all the
gets
energy.
absorbed.
So Arizona, Nevada, we kind of don't feel it. However, back east, it's just dirt. It's just dirt.
Dirt and water. Hello.
Okay. Yes. Hello. Dirt.
Ripple, 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 ripple.
Yep. Ripple, ripple, ripple. Exactly. So I am wondering if this is the reason that it has nothing to do with the eclipse. I am wondering if the powers that be know, hey, we're getting an eclipse, we're getting this comet, and this might happen. Because what I was telling David, it's like I feel like we're living in a time where if we had no idea of technology, if things were just happening in the skies, that we would be writing when the when the eclipse happened, we had a major earthquake. Like that was the omen. Or when this comet happened, we had a major earthquake. Or when the comet happened and the eclipse happened, we had a bunch of bugs coming out of the ground.
Exactly. Look.
Because that's supposed to happen too.
Earthquakes are going to be there. There's not going to be no light. And they're going to have millions of bugs around. Oh, my God. We're doomed. If this happens, forget it.
I feel like the end is near type of situation. Okay, so let's see what's going on. We have the threat of an earthquake.
Yes.
We have...
Which is happening because we just had an earthquake in Taiwan.
Yes, but this is a different type of earthquake.
I know, but earthquakes are already happening. Something's going on. Because I never heard of an earthquake in Taiwan of a 7.6.
Yeah, that was a big one. Okay, so we have the
So maybe someone in California was going to be a 12.
Well, yeah. We have the but mom, a big one in California will be nothing compared to the damage of a small one in the Madrid fault line. And
I
this is
know.
why, because California is retrofitted for earthquakes. Alabama, Tennessee, Indiana, Illinois, Georgia, Arkansas, New Jersey, what all those people, they're not retrofitted for earthquakes. So if they get an earthquake, oh my God, that's gonna be devastation.
Yeah,
That's
little
gonna
water
be
cannon.
a devastation. But get this, that's gonna be a devastation bigger than what? Bigger than what? Bigger than 9/11.
Yeah, that's what they're waiting for. Something bigger than 9/11 to happen.
So I ask my question again. Can you force an earthquake? That's,
Well, they could.
I don't know. I don't know if you could or not. But anyway, let's go back to what we were talking about. Okay. So we have April 8th. We have the, what is it? Oh my God. We were just talking about it. My brain, I have so much
Yeah,
stuff.
the creators that are
Wait,
gonna come on.
wait. April 8th, we have the eclipse. April
Yeah.
8th, we have, around April 8th, we have the Devil's Comet.
Yes.
We have the Serpent Deity,
Look at that.
and that's going up there doing something. We have the,
Could you imagine the serpent gets together with the devil and they both come down at the same time? Holy God.
what was that?
The serpent going nuts gonna get together with the devil coming down. Oh, I gotta get lost. And they're gonna crash. And all the things are gonna come up. Oh, Jesus.
Yes, we have the cicadas, I believe it's called, coming out of the ground, which that's a plague, right? I mean,
By
talk,
millions, people,
yeah,
millions.
talk about biblical, right? We like, if we're going to go back to the Bible, it says, "And at times we're going to see that we're going to have signs, the sun and the moon, and then a plague."
And
It's
question: are those cicadas all around or just in certain areas?
I think they're in certain areas. I think they're in the Midwest. Shoot, they might be the ones that are going to cause the earthquake.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They're going to cause something. So many of them, they're going to block out the sun. They're going to block out the light. Something's going to happen.
Right? So, I don't know.
I don't know either.
But I'm wondering if this is why we will we have all these people saying get ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Get ready. But the thing is that if that happens, that's up in the sky. So if they take out the power for some way, some reason, somehow, then everybody's gone. Everybody's gone because not right away, but then everything goes off. Gas goes off, light goes off, everything. That was this guy saying, how long can you walk to South America? Because the United States will be doomed. We won't have anything. And how we're going to get over there? Now, the United States, Mexico, and Canada are doomed. And he was saying if Russia decides to do that, to, mess with whatever's up there. But if all these things are going to happen, if that happens, that could happen. We're going to be in big trouble.
I mean, Mexico is going to be in big trouble too. I mean, we're right next
Mexico
there.
and Canada and all this. So we got to walk the other way. I don't know which way we're going to walk to South America. He said, because everything's going to be gone. Everything.
That's why I've always said, let's go where? Let's go to Bolivia. Nobody messes with Bolivia. Nobody messes with Bolivia. Okay, so this is something I haven't checked to see if it's true or not true. However, the Bible said that when the Lord's coming, we'll see signs up in the sky, and the moon will turn to blood. And we know that just in 2020, NASA was saying how the moon is rusting. So that could be our blood moon there kind of thing, right? Because it's turning red.
Right.
And it'll be like the days of Jonah. And apparently, during this eclipse, the United States is going to be under the constellation of Jonah.
Oh, gosh. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
It is crazy insanity. I don't know, but it's kind of funny because I heard a long time ago that every time during the end of a civilization, you have the populace, right? You have the civilizations, the people just go cuckoo when with gender and with not wanting to work. Like a civilization falls, but before the civilization falls, or like a tragedy happens, that the people were already acting in a non-conforming type of way, which
Right.
if you go back, what story do we know of civilizations not acting right and getting super punishment from the heavens? Do I have crickets? Do I have to use my cricket button, Mom? You should know this.
The ark.
Well, okay,
The rain.
okay, we had the ark. Okay, that's one. But what's another one? Like, I guess more recent. Okay, I'll tell you. Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh, okay.
So Sodom and Gomorrah, I mean, I don't have to tell anybody that that's where we get the word sodomy, and that we know what was going on there, was destroyed. And then when I look at everything that's going on, and I look like this precedent that we have said that transgender visibility day, like they're not visible enough, but whatever. He chose
wait.
Easter.
Yeah, but Trump said that November 5th is going to be Christian Transparency Day. Is that what he called it? Yeah.
Christian Prosperity Day.
What did Biden call it?
Transgender Visibility Day.
Well, on November 5th,
Which
it's going to be, no, not November, when he gets in, the 20th, January 20th, it's going to be Christian Visibility Day. Oh, he wants every Christian to go and vote. Oh my God, it's going to be wonderful.
Well, again, if we are going theological, right? Like we literally have right now seeing it a fight between the proverbial good and evil, right?
Yeah.
Like just there is definitely, if you're gonna think about it in that realm of God versus the devil and what this side believes and that side believes, you definitely have it right now. You have that war. So much so that I feel like the devil has attacked and said, transgender day is going to be on Easter. Your Lord resuscitated, so are the transgender. It's just that mockery that I think
horrible.
It is horrible. It is horrible. And if you go to the stance of the Christians and upbringings, is like you do not mock God, because if you mock him, you are going to pay. Going back to Mr. Biden when he says we're going to pay for everything, when I heard that, I'm like, yeah, you surely are going to pay for everything, because this is no bueno.
It's
So,
blasphemy against God.
yes. So if we're gonna take that stance, it's like we're gonna get what's coming to us.
Yeah.
Now, when people, like, again, like, if we think outside the box and we take away our knowledge of science, our knowledge of everything on why things happen or why things are occurring, yes, we know that the bugs are coming out of the ground because they're in a cycle, and it just so happens that both broods are coming at the same time because during hundreds of years, this is when their cycles meet.
Yeah.
However, if we had no knowledge of that, if we had no knowledge of what causes an eclipse, if we had no knowledge of what a comet was, right?
It would be the end of the world.
It literally would be the end of the world. Because here's the thing that's even scarier, right? For me, is we're having these little bugs come out, and apparently they're going to eat everything and anything that they see, right? Because that's what they do.
Yeah.
And Texas just said that, hey, we might have an egg shortage because they had to kill a bunch of chickens because of the bird flu.
Oh no, I eat eggs every day. I need my eggs.
No,
I got my eggs.
I totally understand you, but it's like, wait a minute, how bad are we going to be? Because remember, like, that weird egg shortage that we had for no freaking reason, that eggs went up to like $6-7,
Yeah.
which it was probably just well, let's see how people react when eggs are this expensive before it really happens.
Right.
I don't know.
No, but back then they had closed a lot of chicken plants down too. And they've been doing that.
Well,
They've been getting farmers out. They've been up to something.
yeah.
This is crazy. You know what? I haven't heard about Bill Gates. What is he up to? He's been pretty quiet for the longest. So he might be up to be doing something. And one of these days he's going to come out with something he wants.
Yeah, he's going to come out with fake eggs. No, but get this, going back to the Bible thing, which it's just, I need to brush up on my Bible. But I remember that the Bible, something in the Bible said that they will hide in caves and they will hide in places, like, but they're not going to escape the wrath of God. And then what have we heard lately that these rich people are doing?
Building bunkers.
Building bunkers.
Right.
So what I'm thinking is, are these the proverbial hide in places, hide in caves? Like,
could be.
It could be. I'm about to go to Sam's Club. I'm about to, do a little prayer because nobody really knows what's going on. So I'm like, ugh.
Back up some because this is getting ugly.
This is getting ugly. Get
some recipes on those little critters who'll be eating them.
What was that?
Get some recipes on those little critters who'll be eating them.
Well, it's funny because I'm wondering if there's recipes for those little critters.
Something had to happen. You gotta get protein from somewhere.
Well, here's the thing, right? So the Bible says that we will have 7 years of tribulation, right? So is it?
Yeah, but isn't the 7 years up to the people that have to go with God go with God?
Well, well, you see, here's the thing. No one knows when the quote unquote rapture is going to be. There's a lot of people that say that the rapture is going to come before everything hits the fan. That they read it like that. But there's a lot of people that says, no, not really. It doesn't say that it's going to come when everything, like, you're going to be spared everything hitting the fan. But there's a lot of believers that are like, well, there's no way the Lord's going to have me go through the tribulation if no, the rapture has to happen before that.
Man.
And we just don't know.
No, we don't.
We don't know. But what I am wondering if I wish I had somebody that I could do a lifeline. Is it 7 years of peace and 7 years of tribulation? Or is it 3.5 and 3.5? Because I know there's 7 years of tribulation, but is there 7 years of peace?
I don't know.
And the reason I'm saying it is because these eclipses were 7 years apart. So how about the first eclipse just marked our 7 years of peace? And we're about to enter 7 years of tribulation.
You think this was peace for 7 years? Jesus.
Well, it's relative, right? Because we don't know what is expecting us after April 8th.
That's what I mean, Jesus. It's going to get worse. Oh, my God.
I mean, and talking about peace, everybody's waiting for World War III, but we're probably already in World War III. People forget that World War I and II was going on for like a year or so before the United States, quote unquote, got involved and like put a stamp on it that this is World War whatever. So we probably are already in the war. We just don't realize it yet. We're like that frog in the pot, right?
Right. I don't know what the leader of Iran said, but everybody I watched it on TV. People are going away from one area to the other area of Israel where the rockets can get them. He said something. He's attacking back because of whatever Israel did. And a lot of people are getting away from one area. So I said, oh, crap, here we go.
No, it's.
I saw that this morning. That's scary.
It's gonna get bad. But here's the thing. Now, what's scary, and don't bite my head off, Mom. This is just me thinking outside the box.
Right.
We have Trump that is, for all intents and purposes, you're going to say that he's going to do Christian Day, and he's selling Christian Bibles. And we know we had quote unquote, that's what I'm saying, we had quote unquote peace when he was in office, because it was the first time in office where nobody did anything. The world was peaceful. Little Rocket Man didn't throw a rocket. Russia knew not to mess with anybody. The Taliban, ISIS, everybody was just like quiet. Nothing. So, how about if he's the Antichrist?
No, he's not the Antichrist. He's the one that's going to fix everything. He's the one that's going to come in and fix everything that's messed up now.
True.
Only he could do it. There's nobody else who could do it. Nobody trusts this Democrat.
Well,
They're a joke, and all these other Republicans are with them. They're a joke too. Only Trump winning is going to fix this crap.
yeah.
Because he will talk to everybody. He will talk to them, and he won't be nice about it. He's going to tell them right through. You do this, you're out of this world. Whatever he tells them.
And that's what's scary, right? That's what's scary, because I don't know if this is in the Bible, or I don't know if this is interpretation from years of hearing about the Antichrist, but he is going to come with I know how to say it in Spanish, el don, with the ability to speak and people to listen and people to do quote unquote fake peace. But I don't know. It's just scary. When is your next day off?
My next day off is Saturday.
Saturday. Okay. So we will see what happens before here in Saturday because
What is the 8th? Today's what?
the 8th is Monday.
I don't work Monday.
You don't work Monday. I'm not.
No.
I'm not sending my kid to school on Monday. He doesn't have school anyway. It's one of those. They're doing testing, so it's one of those. He could go if he wants, or he could stay home. He's staying home.
Yeah, stay home. No matter why, because some little kids are gonna be, oh, we wanna go to the class. Oh, you don't let us go with the kid. No. Not going.
No. It's funny because I think, and I'm somebody that overthinks stuff, and I'm somebody that gets overly nervous, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus, that my child doesn't have school on Monday. And then that scares me because it's like, did the Lord put it like that on purpose, that my child will not have school on Monday because something's going to happen and I need to be home with my kids?
Probably. We don't know.
I don't know. But on that note, I am going to let you be mom.
All right.
And
sweetie.
then, because I am going to go to Sam's Club and get myself some dry beans and some rice. And then go to the casino and get myself some money.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Because, they have the bill breaker. And if I go to the bank and ask for a bunch of fives, they charge me.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Say a little too. Maybe you win again.
Maybe. All right, Mom. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, Mama.
Bye.